Hello, is Miss Elliot. Welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, you're very much welcome. And thanks, I appreciate the time and effort. And also, if you're a returnee, thanks for being here. I also appreciate your time. Now, quickly, before I forget, go subscribe because you enjoy my channel, okay? I take my time to post everything, so is an edutainment channel, so feel free subscribe. I want that subscription button and hit the notification button, drop your commentary, and yeah, and if you have questions, ask me. I'll do well to get back to you, and also feel free to source out the vibe, okay? So just feel free, and just know that you're going to have a lovely time and you're going to have fun here. So without further ado, let me go into today's topic. So today, let me just talk about this Baba Ijesha saga because it's being dragged more than usual. Now, normally in a developed state, you expect that with the amount of evidence they have, that people will, fight for justice, and the government, due to their reputation or what is left of their reputation, and understanding that the world is observing what is happening in Nigeria. Hence, this is now a global village, so you expect them to be cognizant of that and trade with caution, but that seems not to be the case in this matter. And that is why some people are gathering momentum, are gathering the nerves to, type nonsense. Especially with this guy. What's his name again? Gosh, I can't even remember his name again. But ever since this Baba Ijesha, he seems to be trading, dragging back and forth, constituting nuisance as an agbaya that he is. And I just like to said, I'm beginning to suspect that he's amongst he's either fighting hard to cover up his steps as a pedophile, and just like Omogunzumi, he's like a gang member, and he's like trying so hard to fight for whom he thinks is deserving, or someone in his gang, just in case it turns out to be a worse punishment and he wants to escape. I feel like this is what is happening, and he's out of depth and he's just dragging up and down. You can imagine someone trying to protest for a rapist, not just a rapist, a pedophile. You're supposed to be protecting these children, like a girl child, not just a girl child, a child shouldn't be preyed on by adults, because let me tell you, even adults, when it comes to this relationship stuff, you see how confused they are, especially in this relationship stuff. So what do you expect from a child who's supposed to be innocent, who's supposed to enjoy their innocence, who's supposed to explore, who's supposed to be under the protection of an adult, and someone who is well to do, who is quite exposed, who is in the entertainment industry? And you have to understand this. The reason why a lot of artists are like supporting him, not just men, now women too. I think because somehow there's a lot of molestation in this industry, because a lot of things are happening, and not just in Nigeria, especially with the Me Too movement, you understand. But I just feel like if they open, how they call it, if the wind blow and Nyash, they found Nyash open, it's like there are a lot of things you see, because if if America that is this exposed during the Me Too movement, a lot of things came out. You cannot imagine that Nigeria, that is a rape apologist country, you can imagine what will happen. So I feel like those who are like supporting Baba Ijesha, somehow, they are doing that because either one, they are so clueless and they have the lack sense of reasoning and can hardly comprehend. Two, they are messed up, and because they understand that they are in association of pedophiles and rapists, they're trying their best to defend their member. Three, useless clout without it still relates with number one, but it's just a useless clout, uncalculated clout chasing. Because if you should chase clout, like you look for something, you see. I have nothing against those who are clout chasing. God knows, because I understand business. Okay, if I'm not here, I'm doing my own business. I'm running my own business. I have little things that I'm doing. Okay, so see, I'm creative, okay? I am like I have to be doing something, not because I like working, but someone like me, if I don't work, I need to pour my energy. Now, should a guy be there supporting me? Of course, yes, but that's just as far as it goes, okay? So you expect someone with all this exposure to be, to be aware of some things, but no. So in business, especially in entertainment business now, there's a little bit of cloud chasing, okay? Even sometimes I do it, all right? I do it, I see that, okay, right, there's some, okay, I want to talk about this. Oh, hey, okay, people are talking about it. Sometimes I do it too, okay? So I have nothing against it, but when you are so low, have no integrity, lack self-worth, your cloud chasing will be so desperate to the point that you clutch in something so inhuman like this. That make me even question his sanity. But then I won't give him a grown man an excuse to blame the devil or madness for his stupidity. Now, take responsibility. No, because somehow the environment is enabling for all those things. And he's either a narcissist who is just caught up in the wrong and he's just trying his best to like make sense out of the nonsense he's making, and he's desperate for people accepting him. Desperate, when you have done something and you have noticed you're a fool, like you just know you're a fool, the biggest fool, and instead of you to realize this, ignorance coupled with ego, fragile ego, instead of you to come to your senses, but because you've already shown yourself and disgraced yourself, instead of you to just do something to redeem yourself, you keep on sinking deep into this rat hole, and I think that's where he is now. And I feel like the only reason he can do this is because he have looked at the environment and say how hypocritical we Nigerians are, how biased we can be. I don't know, our mentality, something is wrong with our collective mentality, and I swear. You would think it happens to just even happen to Christians, like religious leaders. You see, like especially during the Kozak period. Look at what happened. Now I don't understand. In a developed country, how come inmates have more integrity, have more pride than us, have more brain than us? So I just want to say this about Baba Ijesha and this guy. I thought I would remember him. What's his name again? See, he's so irrelevant and so insignificant. But wait, let me check. What's his name? Yeah, Yomi Fabi. You know, to the fact he has the nerve to want to go on protest and even posted it. So cheap, so uncalculated. And he's not just the only one. And there are some people I feel like we're supposed to keep our community, okay? And some people want to pretend to be code. What code? This code is dead. And if there's anything, I know some artists want to form code, especially some ladies who are desperate, who have no self-respect, no value for themselves, who can never be mistaken as a woman, no matter the amount of makeup they put on anything, because it takes more than makeup. It takes more than your outlook to your assets and all to be a woman. The mentality is there, how you carry yourself, you know. So the lack of, see, this is not the first time. In fact, I have always seen this. There have always been the trace. You see someone who you look up to, the person open the person's mouth when there are situations and maybe the person's integrity is questioned, and or you realize that this person have always been an idiot. The only difference is that this person has been an idiot in a suit or in a nice environment. Okay? I see. I don't know why. And I'm not someone who even uses this word. I just feel like I'm so irritated. I'm so irritated that someone could have the nerve to even say that, an adult. So, yeah, that's what I just want to say today. Just like I wanted to talk on Baba Ijesha, okay, because I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to like, I will always talk about it, okay, because I haven't talked about it yet. Because remember my previous video, I said I want to focus on what is causing rape. But the more I see people talking till now, and Baba Ijesha's case is not like the evidences are there. It's not as if like some people are coming to say, look at evidence. And what even hurt me, I felt like what I wonder the state of the country that would make Princess, because before I was like, why would Princess put this girl in the same room Papa Ijesha, knowing that she have gone through this trauma, because apparently this happened 7 years ago. Okay, 7 years that she had to insert CCTV. But when I see how things are playing, and even with the evidence and the fact that this man has confessed, and Baba Ijesha cannot claim he was under duress because he wasn't beaten. He sat on himself, start confessing and blaming devil. And that's what happened in this part of the nation. Any little thing, we blame the devil. We try to blame anything, we blame the devil other than ourselves. And because of the society, as gullible as we are, and we are not that gullible, we're only gullible when we have already normalized some things and we have been programmed not to look out for each other. If not for Iyabo Ojo that kept on voicing, like with anger, you could see that this is a murder. And maybe when people said seeing the attention she was gaining, they said jumping into it, some said faking cry and all, blah blah blah. See, at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, I'm glad all these things are happening. And when I mean I'm glad that all these things are happening in the public. So it's so sad that we live in a country where the girl child is a victim no matter what. It's just like the other girl who was seeking for job. Miss Maureen, you know, she was doing the right thing. She was doing the right thing. She went to seek for a job, and thank God that she had a friend. She did everything, an orphan, and yet was killed. Until now they have still not done anything about it. But what I just say is, it's not safe to be a girl child. You can't even enjoy your innocence. And when they say 1 in every 3 ladies have been raped, let me tell you the truth is that I've been in a room. I want to believe that statistic, but I've been in a room where three, 4 out of 5 women were raped, including me, who was molested. Okay, so it's a sensitive issue because a lot of people don't talk, and this is why they don't talk, because victims are always shamed. They either tell you, look for the evidence, we don't believe you. Even when the evidence are there, you go to the police people, they'll be laughing at you. And for those just seeking for evidence, like you want to see the picture of a girl being raped, that's why I don't even want to use the video. I don't want to use any video. Do your research, you find it. But for those you seeking for more evidence, something is wrong with you. You're very damaged. And don't blame it on devil now, because something is really, really, really wrong with you. And you shouldn't be a human being. But then again, there are a lot of damaged people. Even a narcissist understand this. Even without emotion, they get this. A lot of things will enable the environment, or you hear one stupid excuse, well, haven't you been touched before? So this is the environment you stay in. All I just want to say is, as a lady, just understand what is happening in your environment. And I shouldn't be saying this, but this is how it is. This is not all about right or wrong. Now, this is about what is right for you, what is good for your safety, your mental state. And all I will say is, do everything the best possible. Look for self-defense kits and all. Practice self-defense. You shouldn't come to a place where you use that. And date high. Date for protection and all. And I just wish you all the best. It's sad that this is the community we live in. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe at night when I'm walking. I know. But this is the community we find ourselves, and it's so sad. So this is where I'll be ending today. I just wanted to say this about the legislature because this country, I mean, I don't know, and the world is watching us. And the sad is happening here when you think people should be aware enough. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. And to any rape victim that is listening to this, you have to understand that it's not your fault. Okay? And never you put yourself in that condition. And if you are molested as a child, it was the adult who had so much sense, so you should know better. Okay? And a lot of women hold the shame because like we get shamed for being preyed on. All I just say is do your best, seek help. The closest place, seek. I wanted to put the help number, those help, but I really have not done my research. But maybe I will type it in the box later, give you the information. And that's the best I can do. This all I can do. I can only give the wealth of knowledge and all, and just be there for you as a woman who understand how the society work. And I know that the sky is just a starting point, and no matter what you think is keeping you down, is not big enough. Okay? Thanks. Have a lovely day. Bye.